Just to remind everybody that language usage and content that we provide here may be disturbing, disgusting, probably will be and should be. Words like bloody custard and words that rhyme with that may be featured. Actually will be featured. In fact, perhaps will only be featured. Just warning you. Okay, on this show we've got lots of interesting topics. Why is the color blue more interesting than green? Why do people with one leg get more compassion than people with three? All this and more, but also the beef ban, Rahul Gandhi snooping issue, WhatsApp voice calling, is it controversial, will it last? And why was Jerry Seinfeld not allowed to park his car in NSCI grounds, Mumbai? Oh, what about that India-Bangladesh match? Let's chat about that as well. All this and more coming very shortly, though I'm not quite sure when.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Brought to us by Gourmet It Up, partners with the best restaurants in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and Pune. Also, Ghostana is a cafe focusing on healthy fast foods in Bandra. TheIndianBean.com, coffee for everyone. Okay, our show is tentatively informally titled Arjun Punjabi because he's a neighbor of mine who won't leave our building and so we don't like him. But I would like to mention the panelists we have today. We're not a low-budget show. We're not one of those paper crunchers with, information given to us on paper, which I read out. I'm one of those guys who like to just, wing it and have fun. So I should now start talking about the panelists or the show will end before we even meet them. We have the gorgeous Venki, whose full name is Venkatesh, I think.
Yeah, Venkatesh.
Who's naked and sitting here for the first time. He's
with
a 40-year-old.
six-pack abs.
Sorry?
With my six-pack abs on display.
9.5-pack abs or something else above the abs, which is ridiculously looking like a large navel. But Venki, quickly tell us a little bit about yourself so we can, understand why you're here.
I have been an entrepreneur. I like to talk a lot. So that's why I'm here.
Fair enough. This is great information. Never do more than this because we just don't have time. Then we have Shoa, which is a lovely name. I did my research. Well, vaguely you told me. It means Holocaust in Hebrew, which is something we shouldn't get into. And in Arabic it is...
A ray of light.
A ray of light. Not like that famous Bengali director Satyajit Ray, but actual ray of light. Okay. And you are famous for doing international films?
Yeah, you're going to take my case for that.
No. Look, everybody, I've met you. Now, the people listening, all three of them, the Punjabi family, they don't know about you. So, very quickly, you do international films, right?
Yes, I work as a production coordinator.
Okay, now make it sound better than that. And just say, I do international film. Production coordinator makes it fall in everybody's eyes. Shoa, name 3 films you've done, just to impress the audience.
Most recently, Kissa.
Okay.
The Reluctant Fundamentalist.
Okay, this is not good. We've got to get them films that people are going to enjoy. Films like Debbie Does Dallas, that's the kind of movie that you can promote. I can't promote this. And the third one?
I really can't think.
You didn't even do 3. What? Single Eye?
Singularity, which never hit the theatre, so.
Okay, this is the one with Josh Hartnett and Bipasha Basu, where Josh plays the character of John Abraham and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Tanked. We have Adarsh sitting next to you, elevated man who's a food blogger. Adarsh, 30 seconds on yourself.
My name is Adarsh Munjal. They call me the Big Bookhead.
Yeah.
And, you guys can see...
Are you related to the Hero Honda family, the Munjal family that owns half of Punjab and Haryana?
Are they going to give me a little bit of their share of the money? Then yes.
Obviously not. Fair enough.
Sadly, no.
As you can tell, no wealthy people on our show so far. We've tried our best. Quick, about the blog. Interesting blog.
So it's called thebigbooker.com, where I talk about a lot of food that I eat. I'm sure people sitting here who can see me, I don't need to convince them that...
This is radio. Nobody can see you. This is a pointless conversation. You could be a blonde woman with 7 nipples. It doesn't matter. Listen.
That's why I call myself that, so that even if you can't see me...
I have just the Punjabi family watching radio because they're that stupid, Now, let's move on to Aashna next to you. Lovely. Aashna, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Aashna and...
I think that's about it because we ran out of time. Let's not get into your details. I don't want to be offensive, but honestly, no time. Let's move. It's a talk show. We need to talk. Let's talk cricket. Cricket coming up on Thursday. India plays, can you believe, almighty Bangladesh? The greatest team in the history of cricket. I'm so excited. Okay, let's start. These are panelists who know their cricket. Venki, name me the wicketkeeper of the Bangladesh team.
I don't even know who he is.
Wonderful. Shoa, name me the captain of the Bangladesh team. In even the worst local dialect in Bengali, doesn't qualify as a name. Adarsh, can you name me the fast bowler who was under rape allegations? This at least you should know as gossip. Aashna knows. Shrikant. Shrikant retired in 89 after the
Srishant, I got it.
Srishant is not Bangladeshi. Aashna, I will now ask you to jump into a bucket of cold water and stay there till the show's over. I do apologize to the Punjabi family. I don't know where we brought these people from. You're supposed to be a panel of experts. People who know the game. All right, we've got Bangladesh. Come on, now. Seriously, folks, we've got Bangladesh up on Thursday. It's huge for India. We're a country of people who do nothing, so all we do is watch cricket and get excited when we win and abuse when we lose, which is our culture, and I'm proud. So, Venki, Bangladesh, India, what do you expect to happen?
India wins.
That's about it. You don't really care. Okay. Shoha?
I don't watch cricket, but India wins.
Okay, all right. Adarsh?
I'll go with the majority. I think India will win, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you don't, Aashna, isn't it pointless? If you think Srisant is the guy who's under the cloud here, and Srisant, poor chap, there's no rape conviction, it's about match fixing.
Fuck, yeah.
Oh. Yes, that is the word he would have used to describe this ridiculous accusation on your part. Because let me explain to you, as a man, to be accused of rape is a lot worse than be accused of match fixing.
Oh, God.
Not to say match fixing is a good
got
thing.
it wrong, relax.
No, relax, what? I paid good money for you to come on the show. This is what I get. All right, let's get back to Venki. Venki, I've prepared some questions I want to ask all of you. I was under this cloud that you were into cricket. But anyway, so what should India do? Bat first if they win the toss?
I think they should bowl.
They should bowl first.
Because this World Cup, they have bowled quite well. Finally, the bowling understands how we should bowl as a unit in Australia, which is missing during the Test series.
It's amazing, the three fast bowlers that are performing now, we couldn't find a fast bowler for the first 4 Test matches.
Exactly.
No one could bowl. They were breaking down left, right and centre. They were bored. They had issues with gender and things like that. And now suddenly all three are like the fastest bowlers in the world. Yadav is 150 plus and, Mohit Sharma is getting the ball to talk. Nobody's even heard of Mohit Sharma outside the IPL until then. And Bhuvi Kumar can't get a game even if he's fit. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's quite good. I mean,
would you say India is the best attack?
No, New Zealand is the best attack.
I'm talking army now. I'm talking military. I'm talking purely war. If we go to war, you think we can take New Zealand? There are 4 million people. 3 million of them watch rugby. There are 1 million left to fight for the country. We'll take New Zealand, I'm sure. Shoa's laughing. She's more interested in New Zealand. You've been to New Zealand, is it?
No.
Do you want to go there? If you answer questions correctly on this show, you may actually go there.
I would love to.
Okay, so answer more cricket questions and we have sponsors who are willing to just send people as far from the studio as possible. Let's get back to cricket. So Bangla, Venki is very clear. He thinks our bowling attack, bowl first, bowl them out cheaply and then score 200 to win and enter the semis. Shoha, I know you're not into cricket, but do you have any kind of strategy you want to bring out? Anything that you'd like to share with us if you were the captain or the coach? The coach is Duncan Fletcher. He's a Zimbabwean who lives in England and trains India. Dhoni is actually from Ranchi and lives in both Delhi and Ranchi and is captain of India.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He's got 2 Labradors and 1 German Shepherd.
Oh,
does that help?
Yeah, I've been told Dhoni is doing a good job of getting India
You've
to
been
win.
told means what? Every day somebody calls you up and says, hey, your pizza's ready, ma'am. And by the way, Dhoni doing a great job. Phone band kijiye, please.
No, I actually called a friend and I said, listen, you have to give me some cricket gossip because I don't know anything.
Cricket gossip?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Aashna is in for. She's made Srisant into a sexual assaulter, poor guy. So Dhoni's doing a good job.
He said Dhoni is doing a good job and so yeah, I'll just go with what.
But aren't you worried? See, we've won 6 games in a row and there's a thing called the law of averages, which my producer Amit Doshi actually. Amit Shah is a large, slightly larger political figure than Amit Doshi. But he came up with this law of averages theory. If you've read Amit's book, which is called Doshi to Doshi, the story of Father, Son and the Holy Ghost. Now he's explained that you can't keep winning. At some point, no matter how good your numbers are, they have to fall. And the law of averages catches up with you. 6 wins on a trot. 3 more to win the World Cup. Everyone's worried about this black mark of suddenly, one bad day between game 7, 8 and 9. So
I don't think it's possible to lose against Bangladesh.
Isn't that racist? I mean, you don't know anything about the game. You just look at the country and you say Bangladesh, GPD, GPO, GPI, whatever it's called, 8 rupees per person, we'll kill them. It's not, 71 war, we created Bangladesh. My name is Bangladesh. I was born in 71. So in many ways, me and Bangladesh have a parallel life. And I do look Bangladeshi in any case. Wherever I go, people do talk to me in Bengali and ask me to leave the area. So I do get a Bangladeshi feel. But, so you think this is no contest?
Yeah, because I haven't heard of Bangladesh at all. I mean...
Well, it's right from Calcutta. Go 20 miles and take a U-turn and you'll find it.
South Africa, New Zealand, those are the...
It's a bit racist. All the white countries you seem to know. What? Have you heard of the West Indies, man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and West Indies, yeah.
Okay, so you like certain races, you don't like certain races, which resemble us, by the way. That's terrible. Okay, so you don't think Bangladesh is a waste of time in your opinion? And this coming from the fact that you have never, ever known the name of one Bangladeshi cricketer in your entire life.
I mean, I don't even know many Indian cricketers.
Thank God for that. They're dangerous people. We've met Virat Kohli on the street. He's always angry. I mean, what kind of guy is that? Put in charge of defense? Imagine. Adarsh, you're the one cricket lover here. Help me. We're sinking slowly.
I personally think that, we obviously have a great chance, but not because it's Bangladesh. I'm not trying to be racist here. I think if we can score 200 runs after the 5th wicket, a partnership by, I think, Raina and Dhoni. And
Correct.
it is
196. But
Yeah.
why wife?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
picky. Yeah.
And Indians have a habit
Yeah.
of round figure. So
Yeah.
200 is...
I'm a descendant of Aryabhatta, who gave you the zero.
Yeah.
That's my family's contribution to society as well. But 196 run partnership, you're right. So 4 down and then 200 plus, yeah?
Yeah, after losing 5 wickets, if we can put up 200 runs on the board and win the match, Bangladesh, well...
So basically, that match was won by the Chennai Super Kings because they were the two Chennai boys who may never play again for Chennai Super Kings. We'll know that in 2 weeks. But that's another story for another time. Yeah. So you're very confident. This is a waste of time.
Absolutely confident.
But the Bangla boys are bowling much better. Shakib with his left arm. Rubel Hussain has pace, 145 plus. He's the rapist, by the way, alleged rapist, who was only in Bangladesh. This story is true if you don't know about it. Rubel Hussain won the match against England. Yeah. Bowled well, bowled sharp, and bowled the end overs. Yeah. And the next day, the lawyer, he's under a rape cloud by a girl he didn't marry, blah, 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 an actress in Bangla. The next day, the lawyer of the girl said, I will not defend her. He is a national hero. Rape has to be removed from the accusation. And so she also says, yes, he's a national hero. So only in Bangladesh, if you win a match, your rape is cancelled. I think that's wonderful. This is a new humanity, a new sense of compassion. Apparently, if they reach the semi-finals, then anyone who's a murderer, he's off. And final, genocide, you're not guilty. If you mass murdered people. So I think it's a different culture, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful. India, if they lose in the finals, have to stay in Australia for 6 months. Otherwise, Ranchi will burn, Delhi will burn, Mumbai will burn. Burning will happen. Aashna, your contribution so far has not been good.
Okay.
So will you tell us about the Bangla match?
Since I don't watch cricket much, I would go with India winning. That's it.
Right, okay. And after that, who do you want India to play in the semis? Who would you prefer? Out of the teams that are left. And you have 4 hours to answer this question.
I have no idea.
4 hours and you can Google. You can call friends. You can call Amitabh Bachchan himself on KBC and ask him to help.
I don't watch cricket.
But that's not the right attitude.
That is.
Why do you hate cricket so much? What has it done to you?
I don't like it.
Did you have a
It's
boyfriend
boring.
who loved cricket and was that the issue?
No, it's
Sometimes
just
that
boring.
happens. Huh?
It's just a boring.
Have you ever tried watching it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just ask you.
IPL, I think.
Okay, I'll just ask you a question. If a left-arm Chinaman bowler bowls a regular left-arm Chinaman delivery to a right-handed batsman, where does the ball go after pitching?
That question just...
I
lost you in the middle.
I don't want to say this, but you're winning the prize for the Mandira of our studio. And that is not a good prize. You are now the Mandira of our studio. Alright? And we can't put you in noodle straps because it's a bloody audio thing. I can't save you. What can I do? Can you dance? Can you sing? Is there something you can do to save the show? No. Okay. Let's move on. Cricket is a waste of time here with these wonderful panels. We tried, but it looks like no one's overtly worried about Bangladesh. Let's hope that doesn't come to bite us on the behind. I would say rectum, but we have issues with words that we can say by censor boards diktat. Apparently rectum you can't say because it's too Latin. Nothing to do with vulgarity.
Cyrus says it's time for an ad.
Gourmet Up partners with the best restaurants in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and Pune to bring you unique and exclusive dining experiences. I got to tell you, anyone who enters the gift card code Cyrus Says, in the special request field when making an experience reservation will get a rupees 500 off their first reservation. This expires by end of March. That means on March 32nd it doesn't apply, whatever happens, alright? Guys, 500 bucks off. This is the experience you're waiting for. Adarsh, run! Okay, don't actually run because no one can see. Just pretend. Just breathe heavily like you are running. My God, you've never run before. You have no experience in the field. I can tell.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Oh, this is wonderful. Talk about this. Jerry Seinfeld, arguably the greatest comic of his generation. A man who doesn't use profanity because it's banned in parts of New York also. Very regressive society there. He was supposed to come. Last minute things happened. The police didn't give parking. It sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Our police said no to parking, so he couldn't come. We didn't do a show. It's so Seinfeldian. Venki, your thoughts?
Again, it shows lack of coordination amongst the various government organizations. I don't know. They don't want to work together, right? So apparently I read somewhere that the police, said no first. Next day they come back and say, oh, now we don't have a problem.
No, they said no for many days. And on the show was on Saturday. And up to Thursday morning they had said no. And Thursday evening, India time, they said yes. By which time our guys, the OML guys, had already cancelled the show. Correct. So when they called Seinfeld's people back 8 hours later to say, now we've got permission, can you now board the flight again? Apparently they said, we will never ever board a flight to India in our lives, or our children's lives, or our grandchildren's lives. And if we do, never to Mumbai. We'll go to Thane and perform, but never Mumbai. So that's the other sad part. Commerce suffering a beating. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Nobody's ever going to come here. You're going to be stuck with me doing comedy. That's it. No foreigners ever going to come back to our part of the town. Yeah, Shoa was laughing. Obviously, somebody sent you an SMS. This is not the show. Go on, tell us.
But I think it's a real shame that we missed out on Jerry Seinfeld. Not that I was going to go because the tickets...
You don't like cricket. You don't like Seinfeld.
No. I love Seinfeld, but I just can't afford it. The tickets.
Would you like Seinfeld playing cricket? How's that? Yeah, they were expensive, weren't they? 12,500 rupees.
I don't know how much of that is entertainment tax.
Yeah, a lot of that is entertainment tax. That's another story altogether, yeah.
But I feel for the people who were getting him only much louder, because I can totally get how crazy it must have been those few days just to like get him here, not get him here, what's happening.
And they had meetings. They met the police. They met the BMC. They met Jerry Seinfeld's dad who said, yeah, he can go. All that worked out. But, at the end of the day, it makes us look bad, doesn't it? Yeah. And poor Jerry. I think the thing is that Americans who think we are a third world country, it reinforces this sort of thought process. The sad part is we are a third world country. So we can't lie anymore now. It really sucks. Adarsh, you're a big fan of Seinfeld?
Yeah, I watched him as a child, and I personally think I feel bad about the guys who bought the tickets, because hey, the tickets were not cheap, and I'm sure a few people must have sold their kidneys, wives, children, houses, I don't know what.
And it's very terrible because they couldn't give all the money back. So now what you can do is go to NSA and Raju Srivastava will perform, and that's the best they can do. So it's not quite the same thing. Yeah.
That's why I feel bad about those guys, because firstly, there are people who are extremely aspirational and, about such things. In fact, they idolize Canadians. And
I know of a husband who sold his wife. And this is a terrible thing to say on radio, but they never do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And he can't get her back now, which is the good thing, but why get... Sorry, Adarsh.
Good riddance then, I guess.
It's okay. Remember, all legal issues are to be handled by Amit Doshi, our producer.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just a voice. I'm just a small guy. I'm like a Rajya Sabha guy. I got no power. He's like the PM. There you go.
So I feel bad about those guys. Secondly, parking. I personally think it's a stupid excuse. Maybe there's something bigger behind it. Maybe
you sold your car to buy the 12,500. Who's parking? What are you parking?
And I think comedy shows has been in the news. Obviously, maybe for the right or the wrong reasons, people have been refrained.
Well, you can take names. It's the AIB thing which started it. Then that Fadnavis issue at NSCI post that.
I think the police is scared to some extent that that might happen again, and maybe they haven't really found a way or a resolution or.
Hello, they have wrestling shows there with 4,000 people capacity. Cars are parked. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
There are men wearing only underwear with big stomachs, and that's not vulgar and against Indian culture.
Yeah. And then why approve and disapprove again? I don't get it. Why are they so unclear about things?
Exactly.
If you want the show, then fair enough. If you don't want the show, fair enough.
And why can't the police help by parking the cars themselves? What the hell are they doing? I don't see them working. Well, when's the last time you seen a policeman doing anything? Have you noticed how policemen during the sunny part of the day, the traffic cops go into the shade? And they hide and catch you, or they don't catch you at all. It's like, we're on a break the rules. Come on, do the signal yourself. And then suddenly at 6:30 in the evening when it's cooler, he's out. And then he catches you and he gives you a lecture. Oh, what a life, what a country. Why did you come back, Venki? You had a chance. You were almost home and dry.
I still, hated that I have to come back and face traffic.
Yeah.
Like, on the way, I saw a traffic cop stand in the middle of the road and talk on the phone.
There you go.
And the traffic is
standing on the middle of the road talking on the phone without a helmet. There's so many laws that have been broken.
He's just standing. He's doing
helmets.
policing, right? He's doing policing. He's talking on the phone, and the cars are going around him.
He's multitasking.
I'm like, this is.
He could even play with himself and he wouldn't know. Be in the middle. Sorry, right. The God, disgusting. Aashna, any comment now? Jerry Seinfeld, you're in the business. You work for an entertainment company.
I'm not.
You're not. So are you with the caterers? What are you exactly doing on the show? Nobody seems to know. Okay, we'll get back to you when we figure this out. You're like our reality segment where we don't know who you are and why you're here. You're almost like what Manmohan Singh was doing for 10 years. Nobody quite knew. Okay, we'll get back to Seinfeld. I think we're in consensus that it's just a waste of time, this kind of thing. Yeah. And the red tape in India and this ridiculous attitude that our administration seems to have. There's a bit of a problem there, no? With us upmarket, South Bombay, South Delhi types and the cops. We always seem to have like a racism going on there. That they don't want to help the OML guys. They just don't like the jeans and the t-shirts and the Americanization, and it's an underlying truth. Let's not lie anymore. We have to face it. When you go to meet these guys in an office, they just don't like you. It's like, black-white issues. That's it. So you're starting on the back foot. I think they just gave him trouble because of that half the time. You guys with your English attitudes and your bad language and AIB boys and these boys and those boys. So this is a revolution which is going to have to happen. Aashna, you need to lead us. We need someone to come from the... We need a powerful female Shakti, man. I'm all for Shakti. The stupid... Shoa is an international celebrity. She works with French crews on the Riviera, shooting light erotic thrillers starring Irfan Khan wearing a towel and dancing. Alright? These kind of movies should not be seen outside Europe because you won't understand them.
Cyrus says ad breaks are beneficial to your mental health.
Ghostana blogs, burgers and Bandra. Let me tell you about them. They say their burger patty is steamed to retain its natural flavors. Adarsh makes food sounds for me, by a secret process. And it's not fried. It's not fried like most burgers available in other restaurants. It's a great tagline. Our mayonnaise, or their mayonnaise and sauces, are also made in-house. It's all like natural in-house. Adarsh, that's lovely. It's a little orgasmic, but it's still nice. And as a special offer for our listeners, if you go to Ghostana before the end of the month and tell the person taking your order that Cyrus says you will give me a discount, yaar, in a thick Punjabi Lokanwala accent like this. Oh, Cyrus says you will give me a discount, yaar. You will get 10% off your bill. Adarsh, make a sound again. Oh God, you're fantastic. You're doing... I've saved so much money. I don't need a London Philharmonic. I mean, you're doing everything from Kishore Kumar to Daler Mehndi on one leg.
By the way, Ghostana also is a pet-friendly place, and there are 2 very cute dogs out there.
Really?
I really love them, and I stay in Bandra. I go to Ghostana very often. So
They don't serve them, right?
No. But
Just joking.
The 2 dogs, a beagle called Chiku and a Labrador called Apple, absolutely adorable.
Now, 1 minute. How masculine can Apple be? I mean, he's a Labrador and you call him Apple.
It's a she, and she's adorable. In fact, she sits on the counter. She's the king of the place. She doesn't give attention to anybody.
Queen.
In fact,
she's the queen or the king?
Queen.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
you're going to cause trouble here.
Thanks. Yeah, sorry.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Let's go back. It's about the beef ban, and I've got 4 very angry panelists here. Aashna, will start with you. You love your beef. No, look, please. You don't eat. Why are you here? Why? I'm going to ask you one thing, and I'm not trying to be rude. Why were you born? I can't figure it out.
I don't want to eat beef. I don't like beef.
You don't like cricket. You don't understand cricket. You don't know anything about Jerry Seinfeld. You can't drive a car, so car parking is not an issue. Now you come and tell me you don't know about beef. You've never eaten it.
Beef.
But then what the hell can I do with you? There's no reason. You can't even be the pretty face because it's a radio show. They might think you're a man with a squeaky voice. Like one of our famous cricketers who now has a better voice. Okay, let's talk to Venki. Venki, you're a vegetarian, so to throw some light. I'll tell you, I'm a pseudo-animal lover, okay? So part of me is always like, ban meat. And in my deep down, I really want to. And one day I'm going to give it up, whatever happens.
No, but
having said that,
Sorry to cut you in the middle, but when you talk about animal rights, go and see how BMC takes care of those dogs that they catch up, right?
No. I see. We help with that, so I have a vague understanding. But we're not big fans of the BMC, but all the different NGOs are doing a pretty decent job.
Yeah, that I agree.
Yeah.
Beef ban, I just don't think that it was needed because, I mean...
Let's put it in perspective, Venki. Okay, I know you're a veg, so, let's forget the moral issue for a minute. We're looking at the whole world here. India's the big commerce capital. India, China fighting for space. Europe is receding. America is falling. Canada no one's heard of. Even Aashna doesn't know what Canada is. And she's Punjabi by nature. So, it's a little interesting that in all this, the paper tiger that we're supposed to be, this rising power, we have these small issues like Ghar Wapasi and abusing Mother Teresa. And then suddenly this beef ban, which is very small stuff at the end of the day. You want to promote India or you want to ban Jerry Seinfeld from coming and stop beef burgers? It's stupid.
Yeah, actually, I think it has started especially after May 2014, right?
Oh, we know who you voted for, Rahul Baba.
No, I didn't vote for anyone. So
okay.
I just went to the...
Don't give me that, brother. Listen, they listen to all our shows. The government is Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah. They're even
Gujarati mein bolo?
I believe that this is infringement on anyone's constitutional right. You want to eat, you don't want to eat, it's up to you. I mean, you should not force anyone to eat or not eat whatever they want to eat, because tomorrow someone will turn around and say, oh, broccoli is the rich man's cauliflower.
Very good.
I'm going to ban it.
That's like satire. You're too good for our show. Your lofty thoughts just don't work. Aashna, your reply? Broccoli, rich man's food. She's just chewing gum now. You're making Mandira look good. Will you stop it? Shoha, come on, you're a meat eater. Do you eat beef, by the way?
I love my beef.
Oopsie, we won't ever see her again.
Yeah, I'm going off with my international firm.
Exactly, you shoot, you work abroad a lot, you have in the past. What do you think they'll think when they come to work with us and you have these small issues like this?
Well, they already have issues. I mean, I work on international films in India, so we have to cater according to, make food that they like. So you just tell them there's no beef, I'm sure they're going to have issues with that. I mean, they need their beef and beer, So.
Fair enough. No, but my question again is now, what is this deal about buffalo? It's almost like racism. So you can serve buffalo, but you can't serve the cow. I know, listen, we're all very into our culture and all that, but why one and not the other? Isn't a buffalo in a way a cow? A female buffalo is not a cow? I mean...
Yeah, I don't get it.
Wouldn't you be insulting the cow and the buffalo if you separate them like that?
Exactly. And I just feel it's like very hypocritical, as is everything in India, it seems, these days.
So is there a difference? I mean, I'm not an expert, so I'm asking you as a bovine expert. Is there a difference between the cow, the bull, and the buffalo? Like the Indian, the Pakistani, the Bangladeshi. Is there some difference? People don't know. Adarsh, yes. Adarsh is our food expert. He's a blogger who's got some interesting stuff that he's going to share with us or not a little later. Yeah. Is there a difference?
There is, obviously. But I think, personally...
If you see a cow bathing and a buffalo bathing, and can you tell which one is which? If you see them at the corner store buying drugs, can you tell which one is which?
Yeah, I guess, because I think buffaloes have horns, right? Yeah.
Buffaloes have horns? You sound like Aashna. What's happened to you? What the hell are you saying on the show? That's all you could come. You're the bloody expert. Buffaloes have horns.
Buffaloes are black.
Are black?
Oh,
You're racist. You're animal racist. Amit, our producer, this is the worst panelist. Forget quality, but just the kind of bigotry I'm hearing. I don't think we can last. The show will end very quickly. It's not even the government we ticked off. Amnesty International will come after us because she's attacking the race of animals. They are black. Don't kill them.
No, I think cows are considered as sacred.
No, that we know, but how do you distinguish between the two? The male cow, the bull, and the buffalo, how do you distinguish, for example? So nobody knows. So does the government know? Does anyone know?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
God, we're sitting on something special here. We'll come back to it. Unfortunately, our panelists seem to be shell-shocked and now are all going to go back and study buffaloes, as are you, the listener, to just answer this question. It's one of those things like a song stuck in your head. Until you know what is a buffalo vis-a-vis what is a bull, you can't do anything. Terrible. Aashna has now coughed twice. That's her contribution for this segment. We thank her and we move from our beef ban to Rahul Gandhi, one of my favorite subjects. Venki, I'll start with you. Rahul, Baba just go to that decline after that interview with the angry young man in English with glasses on the other channel. Decline in the sense that he's become the butt of all the jokes. And everything he does, sometimes there's nothing wrong with what he does. Like he's gone on a sabbatical in a sense. Okay, he's taking a break. But it just sounds funny. He's just going through that phase where whatever he does is funny. It's like, he's got a sabbatical. Congress will survive. It's like that. So Rahul Baba was, the police came into his office and they asked his managers and people working there to describe him, to describe his hair color, eye color, and to send photographs. How does he look and stuff? What's that story? What's that about?
Actually, when I first read it, I'm not joking. I thought it was one of those faking news stories.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the title was like that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then suddenly it turned into a snooping issue.
Yeah.
Because I think the Congress doesn't have anything else to take the Modi government on.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had intellect...
Oh, you went from supporting Congress to now, oh my God.
I don't support either, right?
So you want Arvind Kejriwal?
No, I don't want him either. That's why I said...
So you want the buffalo to rule us? What? What option do we have?
No, I think we don't have a good political alternative.
That's fair.
But if you look at it, I mean, I think we had unseasonal rains in North India. Mm-hmm. And, farmers are committing suicides because the crops are dead.
So they're bigger issues.
Yeah, they didn't focus on that. I mean, just to start and make a issue out of a non-issue.
This is a huge issue for them. Because where they try to find their feet as an opposition, their main leader is now not known to people in administration. It's like, we don't know who he is. So how do you promote him? This Scarlet Pimpernel, the phantom of Congress.
Correct.
But it's
called prince.
Prince. Well, he is a prince. He'll remain a prince. It's a question of whether he's a prince with an empire or not. That's the sad part. Let's talk to the ladies. Come on, Shoa. What?
Well, I read that, the government says that we've been profiling people like this since 1950 something.
Correct. And on security grounds, whatever that means.
Because apparently they were able to identify the body of a PM by his shoe size.
Yeah.
So that's their excuse for this.
We'll go back to Chandrababu Naidu. I'll tell you a little story. Apparently they also said that leaders across India are portrayed in the same manner. So the admin will go in and talk to them. Police admin, that is. He's ruling right now. Chandrababu's in power back in what used to be Andhra Pradesh, now is Telangana, come Rai Bareli, come parts of northeast India, come Sri Lanka. But he's ruling. If the admin come and ask, I want a picture of Chandrababu Naidu, I want to see what he looks like, his eye color, hair color, they will be beaten black and blue and never heard of from again. Alright, so this is a little ridiculous. It's just waste of everybody's time again. And no one get their head around it. It's a bit like my buffalo cow story. You just can't understand it at all. So we'll move on to Aashna, who always has the last word. Aashna, I know you like Rahul Gandhi. This is a subject you understand.
No, I don't like Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, so your views on the whole...
So it's like the entire show, I'm like, no, right?
No, I don't want to sound patronizing, but you're not even paying attention. You come on, Rahul Gandhi, your thoughts. Did you even understand what you...
I need to take the call, can I?
You want to take a call. And that is the quality of the people we bring on this show. She will now take a call. Well, Rahul Gandhi, poor guy, you're killing his self-esteem. You don't even want to talk about him, you'd rather take a call. I mean, oh God, it's terrible. I think so, and this is the youth that will vote for him or against him if they know who he is. Which is
People are also connecting the stories, random stories together about Arvind Kejriwal taking a leave and
the naturopath. I think that was lovely. Apparently,
he's back to Delhi. I think he came back to Delhi last night, and so there's a lot of speculation on comparing random threads of Congress people in Congress to people in BJP, which I think is absolutely unnecessary. I think it's just joining. Okay, वो ले सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं ले सकता?
Yeah, tu मैं. But also, don't forget that he went to cure the cough. Yeah. The cough is better, but the brain. Still the same, is it? Yeah, no change there. That's a party that's very interesting. We don't have time to get into that, but that's a hilarious party right now with 2-3 of their leaders, the Bhushans, Yogindra Yadav, and all pulling out in the middle. And just every time, Delhi seems to be a bad thing for them. Yeah. Get to Delhi and the bottom falls out of the show. It's really, really funny. Do you think like me, and I know me no disrespect, do you ever think of Kejriwal as Charlie Chaplin? When I look at him, he stares hard. Yeah. It's like he's acting. He stares hard at the camera, like a mix between Al Pacino meeting Charlie Chaplin, and he's got this mustache and this ridiculous topi, and wears all the wrong clothes. He's got a muffler. I mean, it's like a comedy show in many ways. Sometimes I think maybe they need to have a good look, long look at themselves and say, okay, we need to portray a different look altogether. But what to do? Who are we to advise? We've lost one panelist, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We pause, we take a moment in silence to the passing of Aashna, who's gone out. And when we come back, we have another very interesting topic that we want to get into, which is WhatsApp voice calling, causing controversy as well. Before that, as we go into break, let's talk about our sponsor, the Indian Bean.
Cyrus says, stop picking your nose, listen to this ad.
Yes, we stop here to talk about the IndianBean.com, which is a premium Indian coffee company, and they have visited all over the country to find the best coffee grown in India. They've done their research. Let me tell you 5 points that I just made up randomly about them. This is not something they've handed to me. They talk about fair trade. They roast fresh beans. They promote Indian coffee. They deal with the farmer himself to get our coffee-loving customers single estate coffee, very natural. And they have a 10% discount for all purchases at the IndianBean.com with the discount code Cyrus Says. Apparently that's me. So I haven't actually said anything, as you can tell, this entire show. The IndianBean.com, coffee for everyone.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Okay, let's talk about WhatsApp. WhatsApp, I won't call it a controversy, but people want to know what's going to happen with this voice calling. Adarsh, you set this up for us because you're the guy who actually understands technology.
I personally think this is exactly why Facebook bought WhatsApp for the first reason. They want to actually capitalize on not only the digital and the mobile platforms, which they already have. I think they want to conquer now the calling bit. So there could be a time where actually Facebook is all you need for any kind of communication. Who knows? You'll actually be using messages to send professional emails to each other. I think that is the plan that maybe Zuckerberg is going for, in my opinion. But WhatsApp calling, there's nothing bad in that, honestly, because there are apps already existing like Viber, even in fact FaceTime is by iOS. So there are already apps which gives you
Hangouts and Android.
Yeah, and calling. In fact, FaceTime has audio and video. So it does change things, but if you don't have 3G and if you don't have Wi-Fi, it's almost the same thing. In fact, the difference is people who are tech savvy are already using free calling for Wi-Fi. So I don't think it makes.
So does it work for India?
Yes and no. Yes, because I think.
But we also have we also have a whole market of people whose technology is, let's say, a little backward.
Yeah.
Every C-town and D-town doesn't have the kind of stuff that you guys have.
Yeah, correct.
So
I personally think WhatsApp is also becoming the primary platform. My Dhobi has WhatsApp. In fact, believe it or not, my Bai is also sometimes WhatsApp. Okay, this is what she wants. So because she can't pronounce the name, but she can actually take a picture. So WhatsApp has gone to the next level.
What the hell picture she's taking? This is your body part, Adarsh.
Oh, I want way
समझ में नहीं आता है. Just आपके पैर के बीच में वो क्या है? Oh, Niz.
No, this is Adarsh, not Shiny.
How mean? Low blow. What's that guy ever done? By the way, he had an affair. Okay, there was no. Again, let's just get this clear. Shiny apparently had an affair with his maid. It's a class issue at best.
Yeah, I know.
Which look at how racist we are. If he had an affair with the neighbor from St. Stephen's College or whatever, no problem. He had an affair, great guy. If he had an affair with someone from a lower station and you make fun of him, not fair.
Cool. Sorry.
You're called Shiny, you're going to have a tough life anyway. You're a man called Shiny. Remember that. Shiny, Ibrahim was an athlete, very good, from Kerala. Very pretty. Prettier than this Shiny. Sorry I interrupted you again. Yeah, so you're saying that this one platform thing will happen at some point?
Yeah, people, so that's what happens. When there's a clutter of applications to use, you rely on the ones that actually allow you to do most of the things that you usually do on a mobile device. So,
it will save time.
Yeah, it will save.
It'll help your mind space. You're going into one sort of corridor and staying there.
Yeah.
So will it work in India? Final thing, or is there no one India?
I don't think so, because honestly, Vodafone has tried selling 10 paisa calling to Indians. I think the only reason
they touched our cheapness, but didn't get
the
through.
only reason WhatsApp calling will actually work is because it's free calling, which technically you're still paying for data. But
I
it's free
think
calling.
Azad is India. India is Azad. We grew up with the word Azad. And Azad is free. And free is the biggest word in India.
Yeah.
Am I right? Whether you're rich or poor, you say free and you got people jumping up and down, CEOs of companies go, free! They'd leave the meeting and run. I just love free. Shoa, come on, give us a perspective, because you actually travel the most out of the four of us.
WhatsApp, but even when I was traveling, I would use Skype or Viber maybe. But, so I'm in the process of leaving Facebook, which is...
Oh, now that's a new show again.
Hard.
After Adarsh sets up Facebook as the future. One of you has equity in one dozen. I can see the jealousy running deep, yeah.
So, and then everyone's like, oh, why are you leaving Facebook? Because of privacy and all that, because WhatsApp is owned by Facebook.
Right.
And I did think about that, but... WhatsApp is something
So
you can't...
why are you leaving Facebook? Why, how does it hinder you?
I don't know. I just read all these articles about how it just sells your information to
Paranoia.
whatever. Yeah, it's paranoia, but then also I just...
The internet is open to everyone anyway. So what difference does that make?
Exactly. Everything is... You're being snooped on everywhere.
Are you going to leave WhatsApp?
No. So, WhatsApp I'm not leaving because it is free messaging.
Maybe that is the
free
plan.
messaging.
See, free. Yeah. Proves my point.
Maybe that is exactly the plan.
But I don't think I'd use calling on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't want to be...
Skype,
the accessibility irritates you. Is it? It's okay. There's a snob value to things in life as well.
Yeah.
You don't like that medium to be for everyone, is it?
Yeah.
So
No. They can. People can have it. I'm going to choose not to.
She decides
So
who has it.
if I call you on WhatsApp, you want to answer my call?
But I have to...
Brother, Adarsh, don't even put a lady in that spot, for God's sake. Your role model is shiny bloody Ahuja. What the hell are you talking about? You're really turning her on here, aren't you? What the hell? Just because you know your apps, you think women are just going to drop dead. Wow, he's so cute. Thank God it's an audio medium. We lost Aashna. We're hanging on to one lady. We're never going to get a girl again in the studio.
Listen, the only way he can turn me on is by food. So...
Oh, is it?
WhatsApp is, yeah.
It's not face, it's more book. What sound was that?
You said
Sizzling.
grilled beef.
It sounded more like post food, and I didn't like it at all.
You want to pop up here?
Will you stop talking about beef? We're still worried about
Yeah,
where
actually,
we
we
stand.
should.
Beef is banned, including audio. Please understand, it's not just...
Oh yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You can't talk about it either.
Venki, quickly, we haven't had your version of the WhatsApp.
See,
Easy
I don't
access
know
call.
if Facebook is trying to do that, because Facebook tried to do that initially with Skype integration, so it didn't work for them. But maybe it works for them with the free thing, because they've started this free internet, right? Wherein in partnership with a telecom company, they said that you can access 34 websites, and I'm sure they'll put WhatsApp as one of those things and allow you to make calls.
They draw you in and then they hold you. Yeah.
And also the other
Is it the
thing-
future? Will it work?
I think it may work because, if you look at what's happening to telecom companies, right? They are not getting money on calls. They're not getting money on SMS is dead. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
WhatsApp just killed SMS.
Correct.
Right. So they're not making money on SMS, and they're only going to start making money on data, which is why Airtel said that if you're going to use any VoIP application, I'm going to charge you more. That created a big.
So basically, the mobile phone desperately needs all these apps, otherwise they can't survive. Is what you're saying?
I mean, for us, like people like us who want to be like very cheap, not spend money on
People like us, that's Indians and Bangladeshis, Nepalese, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans, and the odd Mauritian. Let's be open.
No, even guys like Qataris, Emiratis, and everything, they love it.
Wow, you're so good for the show. I had a few races left, now I got nothing.
Even the Brits are quite, because every time
Cheap?
they come,
they are.
yeah, they come
It's a
very
recession,
cheap.
for God's sake. Come on, what do you think?
I mean, they won't go into a hotel which doesn't have free Wi-Fi, so I have to fight for free
The
Wi-Fi.
Queen uses a PCO. Times are hard in London. She used to go down and dial herself with those old knobbly fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, life is hard. But let's take a quick round here. Voting, WhatsApp here to stay, and will survive in India. That's what I feel. Shoa, I think, is just against it personally, but I think you also accept that the behemoth will go through.
Yeah.
And because I think we're the tech future of the world. Let's face it. Whatever works will work here.
True.
Right? Okay, guys, you've been a wonderful... Why lie? You've been terrible. Honestly, you guys, you've given me nothing. Aashna walked out in the middle. Shoa woke up only with the tech talk. Rahul Gandhi a little bit, I thought. And cricket-wise, I'm very disappointed. I might as well have spoken to Bangladeshis. I've got so much more passion. Would have understood a word they said, but passion would have been there. Well, as we end, we're looking at this quarter-final. So one last word on cricket as we end. So, Venki?
India wins.
India wins. Fully confident?
Absolutely.
How much are you going to bet? Gambling is not allowed, by the way, in India and should never be. But would you bet your house that India will win?
I think so.
You would?
Yeah.
Wow. Shoha, what would you bet India will
I
win?
think it will be a New Zealand versus India match.
The final.
Yeah. See, I don't
So you do know your cricket.
watch cricket.
You
but
do
I'm
know your
just-
cricket.
It's all just guesswork.
You just want to go to New Zealand, right? It's nothing but the cricket. I want to go to New Zealand and spend my life there. And no WhatsApp.
So if any Kiwis are listening, I say New Zealand
We
will
are struggling to get Indians to listen. There's no Kiwi listening. In the history of Kiwidom, there's no one left. Yeah, but go ahead. Say your message for the Kiwis.
And I think New Zealand will win in that case.
So well, fair. I'm not, that's fine. That's her opinion. We don't have to force her. Got the security man and kill her. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like, it just shows how cricket is like a religion in India.
Yeah.
And someone who doesn't like cricket is like atheist.
I don't understand why you can't not. I think you should be allowed to not like your team. I don't see how it's patriotic. I don't understand the connection. If I don't like the Indian cricket team, I can still fight in Kargil for India with a gun in my hand, but I don't like the cricket team. I prefer the West Indies team. I don't know why. I'm all for choose your team.
Yeah.
In football, we can live in India and choose Liverpool, for example, or Barca or whatever. And it doesn't make any sense to me. So let's choose alternate teams. No more India. Venki, what team do you want?
New Zealand.
Oh, the truth is coming out. Shoa?
I said New Zealand.
Wow. Adarsh?
I'll pick South Africa. I think they deserve to win.
And you want your
Once,
food.
and
You want that, what is that, braai? What is it, famous thing
Yeah,
that they cook? Yeah.
Yeah. And I personally think that, they've been performing very well and they've not really been underdogs, at least this World Cup.
And it's a rainbow nation. They've got all brown, black, blue, green, yellow, all racist types.
Yeah.
People who look like us.
And I think South Africa versus New Zealand would be a great
New
final.
Zealand team. Right?
New Zealand has one or two, but not in this squad. But there are plenty of Gujarati exports there. Deepak Patel played a lot of matches, for example. Anyway, thank you, Venki. All the best to you. Shoha, all the best to you. And all the best to others. We'll end with a Mandira moment. We all say, cricket? What? What? Cricket?
What?
Yeah.
Cricket? Labav. LBW. Labav?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
All views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily the views and opinions of the IndusVox Media Network or any of our show advertisers or sponsors. No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast, obviously.